Okay. Can you see this?
Perfect. Welcome, Mr. Ruslan Svetensky, the expert of 3D Ceram. Today we'll speak about medical and dental 3D printing technology, the innovation technology from 3D Ceram Sinto, the Japanese company, French company. Welcome, and we can start.
Okay, thank you very much, Basim, for the invitation. We tried to go quickly through this presentation. So today I will present our technology for the 3D printing of advanced ceramics for dental and medical applications. We will speak particularly about zirconia and hydroxyapatite. And before I start sharing some information, just want to briefly present our company. So French company located in Limoges, founded more than 20 years ago by ceramic engineers. So our genesis, our roots are coming from ceramics. And we are medium range company backed up by Japanese big company, Japanese Sinto, specialized also in additive manufacturing and foundry. So as I explained, we started more than 20 years ago, and we started by printing medical devices. So I will explain these study cases we had in 2005, 2009. Then progressively we developed our own technology based on the experience we had. And now, since 6 or 7 years, we are process provider for ceramic 3D printing. What means process provider? Process provider means that we manufacture our own range of printers, different printers using SLA technology. We'll explain what is that. We provide also the slurries or the materials for these printers, ceramic formulations, oxides, non-oxides. We also developed our own software to help people to build the parts on our printers. So this is specific software which is used and very intuitive and easy to use to build ceramic parts. And we also propose dedicated services to our customers who are not involved in ceramics or who don't know a lot about ceramics. So we train them, we do some audit of the production process, we help them to obtain good parts, develop sometimes jointly with the customers the application of the parts. So we are fully customer-oriented company. I said just the introduction that we are using SLA technology, stereolithography. What it is stereolithography, how it is applied to the ceramics. Stereolithography means layer by layer building. So we build our parts using UV laser of certain wavelengths to polymerize the photosensitive binder, which is inside of the mix composed from ceramic powder and photosensitive binder. I will show you a short video here, which explains this, how it works. So you have the slurry. As I said, you have ceramic powder and the binder, organic binder. And the part is built on the printing table. You can see here it's the finish, the end of the printing. The part is just coming out. And the printing process is mainly composed from the recoating. So you see the recoater, which is dispatching a regular layer, the ceramic slurry, and the laser, which polymerize, make it hard in the location we need. So we build each layer. After polymerization, the recoater recoats another layer, and layer by layer, we build our parts, as you can see on this animation right now. So when the parts are finished, just come out of the printing, so the platform is going up. We take the parts from the printer, and we obtain the green parts, or so-called green parts, which means that the printing process is just the first step of the whole production process. We need to, our green part, we need to clean it from the all extra slurry we may have in the holes, in the channels. And then we have the debinding and sintering process, thermal process, which helps us to obtain the final ceramic part. The purpose of this is just to explain, to give the overview about this technology. So I will not stop on the details of the debinding and sintering, but just to explain that the debinding is to remove organic parts from our ceramic slurry, from our ceramics printed part, and sintering is just densification of the ceramic to give the final property to the part. So you see here 4 steps of this process. Pre-processing, because we have to prepare the file, but this is common to all 3D printing devices. 3D printing, which is actually the shaping of the part. So we shape the part, cleaning, and thermal process, debinding and sintering. The time, all in all, to make one part is about 1 week. This is important to understand for the application, because several applications may not fit with this technology, and we will speak about it later. Very important for ceramic printing is the material, and this is important also for applications, particularly for the biomedical applications. There are many biomedical compliant materials we have in our portfolio: alumina, zirconia, HAP, TCP, silicon nitride. All of them are biocompatible, but we have to choose the right material based on the working conditions, operation conditions of this material. Of course, this is dictated by the studies, but also by some experience. Sometimes customers want to develop their own materials because they have also access to some special powder. We have this case in Australia, for example, for the company Allegra, doing spinal cages from their own powder. So we developed the slurry based on their powder. So everything is possible. Machine is fully open, so you can create your slurries, you can create your presets, and we can help you to develop also the slurry on demand using your own powder. Final property will dictate the choice of the material. How the material should withstand with the temperature or humidity or both, or vibration or mechanical load, etc., etc. So this will tell us what is the right material for this or that application. So material is very important for ceramics 3D printing. Speaking about applications, and particularly biomedical applications. So I told that we have several biomedical compliant materials, but we also have several biomedical applications for these materials. I will not be able to review all of them right now. So we'll just review some of them, the main applications, the skull implants. Our company started with this application, spinal cages, orthopedic devices, but also dental implants, speaking about dental crowns, orthodontics. First, I will speak about the skull and maxillofacial implants, which were developed by us in 2005 in partnership with the University Hospital of Limoges. We have more than 50 patients, and I will show you study cases a little bit later, with these printed skull implants. Why it's important to print the implants? First, because we can do each implant, each skull is individual. So we have to print customized parts. Much easier to print the part, customized part, than to shape it in different way, injection molding or pressing or etc. Another advantage 3D printing procures is the differential porosity we can provide with the part. For example, for the skull implants, we have 2 different porosity areas. The central area, which is more dense and helps to preserve the mechanical properties of the implant, and the periphery area, which is more porous, and this is done specially for the osseointegration of the implant. So we don't need the sturdiness everywhere, but when we need it, we have it with the density of the skull implant. How it works? This process seems to be complicated. I explained to you that we have 4 steps, but for these skull implants, the picture or the file comes from the hospital scanner, from DCOM, so it's digital image. We have to process it to make three-dimensional reconstruction of the skull, then to define together with the surgeon, because of course we are not doctors, we are not experts in surgery, so we are always working under the instructions of the surgeon, who explains, who defines how the skull implant should be. And we prepare the file according to his instructions. And then we prepare the file, we adapt it for the printing first, but also for the assembly, for the implantation. We don't have real limitation in the implant design. We can do big implants, small implants. This is just limited by the size of the printer we use, and also by some debinding limits we have. So the thickness, for example, typically cannot exceed 5 millimeters. This is for debinding reason, because we have to debind smoothly the part in order to avoid any cracks. You can see here that when we design the implant, we design these porous and dense areas in the same implant. So we have full freedom to design it as per surgeon instruction, and can create the fixing holes as he wants to facilitate the work in surgery. Lattice structure can be used sometimes for to make the part a little bit lighter. So this is typically necessary for the bone substitutes, for the orthopedic devices, so we can introduce this lattice structure, which is not possible with other technology. Here you have some clinical cases. So as I told you, the osseointegration was perfect, no inflammation, no deterioration, was witnessed for years and years. And no one of these patients were impacted by some, let's say, secondary effects of this implant. Some study cases for males, females, different surface. You can see here on this example that we could even do the implant in 3 parts. So all of this is possible. It just tells the freedom we have with the design of these devices. Spinal implants is another example of use of ceramic material. In this case, it's HAP, hydroxyapatite, but also tricalcium. One is resorbable, another one is not resorbable. So we can combine these materials to make the spinal cages. And as I gave you the example of this company, Australian company, Allegra, they could even add another additives, which are properties, so I can speak about them right now. But these devices are right now under certification of FDA on US market. So everything is possible in this field as well. And here again, we can mix dense and porous areas as we want. So this technology allows to do it. Knee devices, uni-knee devices for orthopedic devices. This is zirconia. And this is also an example of the part which is not easy to do because of the distortion of deformation. So we could print it, and sometimes it requires small development, of course, because you cannot, we have to adjust the part to unrisk what we say, the part from production process point of view. Dental applications, of course, we have crowns for bridges, crowns, but also dental implants from zirconia, also newly developed Ceria zirconia, Ceria doped zirconia I presented last time. We have resorbable implants we can do, and all of these are not are right now in very active development in different countries, different parts of the world. So this is the future. We are all trending to go towards a titan or metal-free implants. So zirconia is really right and material, and we have a lot of studies confirming that our zirconia is one of the best on the market and fully complies with the traditionally made zirconia implants. The study case I gave here, just for example, to say that it's not more expensive to print the part than to shape them, sorry, or to machine them in traditional way. Depends on the use of the platform. I'm sorry. Depends on the use of the size of the platform we use to print these parts. different papers proving the properties of our zirconia material. So I can send this to Bassam, all these papers to say that we have a lot of experience, a lot of publications of our material, 3D printed, comparison of 3D printed parts with the traditionally fixed parts and so on. Orthodontic parts. Here, I would like to start because I'm really limited in time now. So Bassam, I'm sorry, I will need to leave you in a couple of minutes. But here, just to say that orthodontic parts, we are able to print very, very small parts with very, very fine features for these parts. We can print them in zirconia, but also we developed a process for the American company Lightforce, which is making ceramic braces with translucent alumina. So this is also possible. And these parts, just to give you the example, we could obtain the slots of 120, 140 microns. So we are speaking really small parts. And if we see the economic reasons to print these parts on our equipment, there are really many. But this will make subject maybe of another presentation I will do when we will have more time. To conclude, additive manufacturing by SLA, by stereolithography, is the technology which is the closest in terms of the accuracy and precision to the subtractive technologies. You see it here on this slide. This study was done by Matthias, French Science and Engineering Laboratory, studied for us. And we have less than 80 micron of deviation in terms of dimensions for the additive manufacturing by SLA, which is really great because subtractive technology are coming at 50% of 50 micron of deviation. So we are just behind. Our range of equipment allows to print small parts in small quantities, but also to do the mass customization of the biggest equipment we have on the market, which is 600 on 300 in height. So you can really do a lot of parts. And as you see here, the economy works really good for the big machine because in terms of the cost, we are very, very low making the parts on the big machine. So thank you very much, Bassam. I really have to leave you right now. I'm sorry for this, but unfortunately, I have another meeting I cannot postpone. And as this webinar came a little bit late, so really sorry for that.
Thank you very much for sharing our information about 3D printing, and wish to meet you in future in another webinars. Thank you very much, Mr. Ruslan. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.